Welcome to real hell. You crossed the river Styx to get here. Wait, sorry, wrong river Styx. Yes, that's the river Styx we're thinking of. More severe than the previous circles, the punishments are harsh and unforgiving, suiting for the violence that was done unto the respective victims. Here's a little detail on Circle 7 for you.
The River of Blood marks the first round of Circle 7. In this level of hell, all those who commit violence against their neighbor shall be punished. All war makers, cruel tyrants, highwaymen, and all who shed blood to a fellow man will be punished for their sins in this part of hell. These sinners will be boiling in blood. How deep under the blood they are depends on their level of crime. This punishment fits because they killed another. They shall sink in the blood like the blood of many they killed. But before Dante even reaches this bloody ravine, he must pass the half-beast, half-human Minotaur. Once at the bloody pool, the centaurs Nexus and Chiron make sure the sinners stay under the boiling blood by shooting arrows at the criminals if they try to come above the blood. The syntax in the quote, "They run by the stream in thousands, snapping their bows at any wraith who dares to raise himself out of the blood, more than his guilt allows," shows the miserable conditions the condemned had to live in. People like Alexander the Great, Dionysius, and Attila the Hun are found in this boiling blood. Others who could be classified in this realm are evil men like Hitler, Stalin, John Wilkes Booth, and many murderers, like the killer of John Benet Ramsey.
Past the river Styx, Dante finds himself wandering about in the Wood of the Suicides, round 2 of the 7th Circle of Hell, a place where those who had harmed themselves or killed themselves in their past life now reside. Here their souls are placed into trees and they are unable to speak freely. In order for them to express their suffering, the harpies, foul beasts that are half bird and half human, snap off the twigs and eat the leaves, causing them to scream out in pain as the fresh blood spills from the wound. Dante, staying silent the whole time, awed, sympathetic, and slightly puzzled at these poor souls, lets Virgil converse with the trapped spirits. Virgil talks to Piero del Vigne, as well as spotting Giacomo de Sant'Andrea and Lino di Siena. As a green branch with one end, all the flame will hiss and sputter sap out of the other as the air escapes. So from that trunk there came words and blood together, personifies the amount of blood that pours out of the freshly created wound by Dante, thus enabling the soul, Piero del Vigne, to cry out to Dante and Virgil and explain why he committed suicide. Had Dante written this book recently, he might have found Kurt Cobain, Robin Williams, Ernest Hemingway, and many other people who have overdosed from drug abuse inside of this round of hell.
Surrounded by the Wood of Suicides, the plains of burning sand house those who have committed violence against God, nature, or art. Here we see those banished are either lying on the burning sand or running endlessly around in circles. Most of the souls here are running around, dotting the plains. And if this wasn't bad enough, there is a rain of fire coming down onto the people as they are in pain. This fire symbolizes the sacred fire from God, cleansing the souls with the Holy Spirit. Some people seen in round 3 are Capaneus, the old man of Crete, and Geryon. In this part of the 3rd circle, Dante is getting close to the waterfall, which leads into the next circle of hell. As Dante and Virgil are walking along the river Styx, 3 souls sight Dante and approach him. The souls introduce themselves as the 3 famous nobles of Florence. Dante talks to them about how he was from Florence and that he is in hell and needs to be guided through it so he can ascend to heaven. One of the nobles, named Jacobo, tells Dante that he will live a long life on earth and after his death. Some people that you would find here today in the 7th circle round 3 would be the Nazis, for they burned their art that was in France during their rule, and the Russians when Napoleon invaded, for they slashed and burned all the nature that was there so that the French could not take any supplies.